What's what's going on? We back. It's boxing clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Doing what we does best, talking that virtual boxing talk, man. And back. Shout out to everybody. To jump up in this hope. Talking about the live state of the boxing address right here. This is part one. And every now and again, like I drop pound for pound rankings, I'll drop one of the State of the Union type addresses. I drop a few of these every now and again, probably every quarter of the year. I drop one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me know when you touch down in the chat. Let me know you touching down from. Let me see where the whole audience from, man. We in here. Um, it's a lot of different shit going on right now, man. Uh, in the sport of boxing, and like I said, man, the sport changes with time. There's a lot of different. And a lot of different things change with humans, and change with business, change with money. But shout out to the brother Southside Boxing 601 last night. He had an epic live stream that a lot of the brothers needed to hear, and it motivated me to do this video. And I was gonna turn to a video last night, but I didn't. And I ended up chopping up the Canelo video like I was supposed to. Hopefully everybody caught the Pacquiao breakdown prediction. I'll do a Regis prediction because somebody asked me to do it, so that'll probably come somewhere down the line. Real quick before we get into the gist of the video, Joshua hanging upside down, which I changed the content from talking about Joshua and Wilder to more of just boxing. I don't want to just be consumed with that, man. We've been talking about all different types of boxing and sports and stuff of that nature. Even got a golf video on there. And I'll talk some Wimbledon if people interested in tennis. So the stuff that you're interested in, let me know. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can DM me video requests and check out the content, which is changing. Kell Brooks signed up for VADA, dropped the Pacquiao Matisse prediction. Hopefully you guys liked it, and hopefully you guys will check it out. Also, Lomachenko is coming back August 25th, and after injuring himself about May 12th, whatever it was, as well. So, a lot of things is changing in the sport as well. And the one thing is the level of competition. Now, I understand this, man. And I'm going to go ahead and invite some brothers on. I don't know who going to come on or who going to jump on. But we about to, see who want to jump on. Whoever jumps on, they jump on, man. I'm about to invite whoever email I got. Whoever want to jump on, I'm going to let them jump on. So go ahead and let whoever jump on, man. Just give me a minute, man. So I don't know who wants to jump on. So whoever I got in here, I'm gonna just send invites out, and we're gonna see who hop in, man. So I send invites to anybody that wanted to join. So if they jump on, they can jump on. This was the spur of the moment thing. I was busy today. Thought I had Black Horseman promotion in here. I didn't. So I was busy today. So I hadn't had opportunity to set this up like I wanted to set it up. All right. But yeah, the level of competition. Now I gave the level of competition a pass, because in the Mayweather and Pacquiao era, a lot of people wanted to, make that money with Mayweather and Pacquiao. A lot of people wanted to make that money. A lot of people pulled it out for a Pacquiao fight. Even black fighters knowing that Mayweather largely fought foreign fighters. They wanted that. And I understand, play it safe. You can get $5 or $6 million fighting Mayweather, and you being the brother, you be able to handle his rhythmic movement or be just as fast as athletic as him. You can hit the jackpot and be that guy. But once Mayweather got up out of there and Pacquiao became what he came, which I respect him. When he came what he came, I ain't mad at him. Once they did that, everybody should have been fighting everybody. Seriously, man. Everybody should have been fighting everybody. Hold on, I got to add you guys, so give me a minute, man. I have to add people, man. So it takes a minute, so give me a minute. Everybody that I added in just is already guys I already had in my Hangout or had on before, or I've been on this show. So You know, at the end of the day, everybody's not fighting, guys. Everybody have an excuse. You know, everybody has an excuse. Everybody is talking in boxing. It's too many talkers and and too little doers. You know, everybody want to talk about, I want to fight this guy. I heard Miller today said, I fight any heavyweight on Facebook. He put it up there. You hear Crawford and Spence say, I want to fight each other. You hear, oh, Keith Thurman, I'll be back. You hear Mikey say, I fight Lomachenko. I fight, you know, Earl Spence. You know, at some point, talk is cheap, even in the sport of boxing. It's too much talking going on. Too much. You know what I'm saying? And I think for the sport of boxing and for the guys that actually gives the interviews, may it be phone, face-to-face, Google Hangout, you guys are obligated to research what these guys are saying and call them on their BS. Call them out. Don't just stroke these guys' egos in the interview, because I can show you how it's done. You know? Call these guys out. It's too many guys talking. And what people forget, the promoter works for the fighter. So when you see the fighter delegate who he wants to fight next to the promoter, no. The promoter job is to see who the fighter wants to fight and go make the fight happen. The promoter works for the fighter. The fighter doesn't work for the promoter. Because at the end of the day, the fighter gets in there and he does all the hard work. He does all the hard work. So don't get it twisted. Eddie works for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua doesn't work for Eddie. And a lot of people got it twisted. They believe Joshua works for Eddie. No. If Joshua really want to fight Wilder, Eddie, make it happen. If Spence really want to fight Crawford and Crawford really want to fight Spence, Al and Bob, make it happen. I'm not moving until that fight is done. But instead, you hear guys saying, oh, my promoter, this and that. If a promoter is stopping you from making money and stopping you doing what you're supposed to do, why are you signing with them? They work for you. They shouldn't stop you doing nothing. If you want to fucking go to the moon and fight a fucking Sasquatch or fight Bigfoot on the moon, their job is to make it happen. And come back and say, you know what? This is what Spence's team say. They want 50-50 and they want the fight to be in Dallas, Texas, yada, 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 yada. See, I fought for you to have a fight here, but this is what they wanted. And ultimately, it comes back to Terrence Crawford. It's how you want the same thing for Earl. They want the fight here and there and there and there. Hey, fuck it, man. I'll take this loss. I do it. It's too many guys taking the back seat, not too many innovators in the sport of boxing right now. It's not enough guys that want to be innovators. It's not enough guys that want to compromise. How many guys out here compromising, man? Everybody want to be the A side. Everybody want to be pound for pound number one. But who legitimately putting it all on the line, being pound for pound number one? Who legitimately making moves? Who legitimately out here doing, when they say you duck, who out here doing what Paul Williams did? Fighting any and everybody at welterweight. He ain't fucking cry and sit on the shelf and wait for Mayweather and wait for Pacquiao and wait for Mosley and wait for them. He fought Margarito. He fought Carmen Cintron. He moved up and fought Erislandy Lara. He was going to move up to middleweight, I believe. He fought Sergio Martinez. Nobody wanted to fight. That's the poster child. That's the real trailblazer in the sport of boxing. When you talk about somebody that was ducked, Paul Williams was ducked. He went where the money was at. He went where the fights was at. Innovator. Compromise. Did he take some lumps on the head on the way there? Absolutely. But he ain't sit there beating his chest saying, oh, they ducking me. They ducking me. They ducking me. They ducking me. And fighting fucking Granados and Bertos right now and fighting fucking Campos and shit like that. Oh, they ducking me. No, he wouldn't have made it happen. And they can hide behind being undisputed. At the time, he wasn't no legend, Roman Jesus. You know that. You know what I'm saying? He was a guy that nobody really wanted to fight Sergio Martinez. Paul Williams moved up and he fought the motherfuckers, man. And so did Sergio Martinez. When people didn't want to fight Sergio at 54, you know, when Pacquiao, Mayweather, they was fighting Margarito, when they was fighting fucking all them other motherfuckers at 54. Excuse my language. I'm trying to cut back on the cursing. When they was at 54, ain't none of them want to catch the fade with Martinez. Canelo ain't say shit. Cotto ain't say shit at the time. So guess what Martinez did? Martinez moved the fuck up and fought Kelly Pavlik, middleweight champion. Wasn't Kelly Pavlik the middleweight champion? And he beat the fuck out of Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik dropped him, but Kelly Pavlik's face was bloody. It was bloody. Much respect to Kelly Pavlov for taking that challenge. Martinez pasted him. That's what you do. You don't sit around and wait for fights. You know, you go find where the fights was at. And then early in Keith Thurman's career, Keith Thurman did that, fellas. Y'all remember Keith Thurman moved up to 150 or the 151, 152 and fought Carlos Quintana. Keith Thurman was willing to go work from 54 back down to 47. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman had that hunger at first. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit here and wait for these guys, dog, at all. Compromise. Be innovative. Be different. Because I don't want to sit here and these guys use the excuse, I'm being ducked. Golovkin been ducked 10 years of his career. He probably only been a fucking fighter 10 years. You telling me he sat at this sorry ass motherfucking division for all his career. You know what I'm saying? He watched guys move up from 54 to 60. He watched guys move up to 60 to 50, from 60 to 68. He watched guys from 47 move up from 54. He didn't watch all these dudes come and go through the middleweight division, man. Go ahead and hit that like button and share this shit, man. Because this is some real shit. I don't even ask y'all to share my live streams. Really share my live streams. You know what I'm saying? Share this shit on Twitter. Share this shit everywhere. Because this is something that need to be said. Share with your favorite boxer because I'm talking about him more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Real spit. Real spit, man. It must be said, though. So I don't want to hear I'm being dug. You've been at the division for 10, 11 years. Why you waiting? I'm small. I ain't trying to hear that. Because if you truly wanted to be great, Roberto Duran jumped over the whole 140-pound division and went to 47 and fought one of the greatest boxers of all time. Even at that time, he was great in his own right, Sugar Ray Leonard, and won. Most of these dudes fuck around and walk around way above their weight class. Way above there. So it ain't nothing for them to move up a weight class or two. I ain't trying to hear it. It ain't nothing for these dudes to move up a weight class or two. Nothing at all, man. Nothing at all to move up a fucking weight class or two. You know? At the end of the day, I want to hear you being ducked. I'm waiting on Terrence Crawford. I like Spence. You know? And that's to get in another part of this video. How is we not having fights when these dudes under the same promotional banner? How Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter, why take them a year and a half to fight, bro? Seriously. Why did it take them a whole year to fight? Seriously, why did it take them that long to fight, family? I don't understand it. Why Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza is letting these dudes fight Granados, Humberto, and Rios? Steven Espinoza the one that signed the checks, bro. Or he the one that got the budget. So if he truly didn't want something to happen, he the ultimate line of defense, dog. You know, Espinoza is the ultimate line of defense. He the one that spends the budget. He the guy that dispenses CBS/Showtime's money. Espinoza is the one that got the money. So Espinoza is allowing these bum bastards to go on. Espinoza is allowing Sean to fight Berto and Granados and not forcing him to fight Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? PBC got too many fighters to be letting other fighters hold them captive for making fights to happen, dog. Come on, man. Come on. Let's keep it real, dog. People say, oh, you're a pro-black channel. Anybody can get it, bro. I'm the cam man on YouTube. Come on. PBC they can go from Sean Porter, Danny, you don't want to fight Sean? Fuck it, man. We pay WBC because that's what they all do. Let's pay the sanction bell body. Jesse Vargas, you want a WBC title shot versus Sean Porter? Let's go make that fight, put it on Showtime. Danny Garcia, call me when you want to be a real man and fight somebody. Till then, tell Al to take you to another network. And if the coward walk over to Top Rank or he walk over to Eddie Hearn in the zone, they deserve him. They deserve him. He go over there and bum bags. Same thing from Top Rank. If Bob Arum want one of them fighters to fight somebody for real, they going to fight him. And if not, Bob Arum going to kick rocks and say, see you. We going to put you on the shelf till you get your mind right. Because how's you having fighters that's on the same network not fighting each other? Seriously. Seriously. And you control the money. Okay, if you got free agents and Danny and Sean walk, who cares? Who cares if Danny and Sean walk? One of them walk. You know what? Next man up. You got a fucking 1,000 motherfuckers on PBC roster. You got 1,000 people. And they letting these fighters hold them captive. Wasn't nobody checking for no fucking Danny Garcia versus no damn ass Brandon Rios. That fight should never been sanctioned for nothing. It shouldn't have been sanctioned for TV or nothing like that. And as much flack as we get Swift Hurd, at least Swift Hurd say, you know, I injured my shoulder. I still want to come back versus the regular WBA champion Brian Carlos Castanos. You know what? I wouldn't mind for winning the Inouye and Julian J. Rock winner. He didn't go and say, you know what? I want to go fight a guy that's outside the top 15. And I respect that about Hurd. I respect that about Jared Hurd. Imagine who Keith Thurman trying to negotiate the fight with a shoulder. Shout out to the brother 7-8. He had an interesting video that I will piggyback off of, you know, at some point. Because 7-8 say, how the hell Lomachenko hurt his shoulder in May and come back in August and Keith Thurman hurt his shoulder March 2017 and still ain't came back yet, man. Let me know how that happened, family. Let me know. Let me know if I'm lying somewhere, dog. Let me know if I'm lying, bro. I'm looking at chat in a minute, dog. How does Lomachenko hurt his shoulder in May? I don't give a fuck what it was. Because Keith Thurman waited 3 or 4, 5 months to wait for his shoulder to heal or wait till he needed the surgery. And if you know with your shoulder, more times than not, rehab ain't going to cut it. You know? Then you go to Jared Hurd again. Hurd to injure his shoulder, and he coming back this year probably. Say what you want about him. He injured his shoulder. He coming back this year to fight a top 5 contender or a regular champion. Lomachenko ain't fake no damn injury, dog. Lomachenko ain't fake no injury. Lomachenko injured his shoulder, and he coming back. He coming back. I don't care. Because if he faked his shoulder, why would he fake his shoulder injury? Tell me that. Why would Lomachenko fake his shoulder injury? Why? He's still coming back. Because legitimately, Lomachenko, if he faked the shoulder injury, he fucked himself in the long run, bro. Because Ray Beltran got a whole nother mandatory now. And he could have fought Ray Beltran, which ain't nothing. He ain't scared of Ray Beltran and got another unification bout. And then he could have bun bashed in December. Because I tell you right now, Lomachenko ain't scared of no Mikey Garcia. Lomachenko ain't scared of no Mikey Garcia. It don't matter who I believe win or lose or draw. Lomachenko my type of fighter, though, bro. We give him a little flack because a lot of these fighters get flack and backlash because of the media and the fans and these biased writers, man. Come on. A lot of people hate some of these fighters because of the fans. They don't hate the fighter themselves because you don't know the fighter. You don't know the fighter, bro. I personally don't know Deontay Wilder. I personally don't know Anthony Joshua. Could be the greatest guys on God's green earth. Could be great guy. I don't know him. The reason you dislike and we hate a lot of these fighters from the core is because what the media make them portray them into something. The biased articles, the biased videos. Come on, dog. A lot of y'all people didn't even care enough to like Deontay Wilder before this. Y'all didn't even care if y'all liked them, disliked them, didn't even look at them. A lot of people. But as soon as a lot of the brothers got behind him with this anti-Joshua stuff, you started really to hate him. You started to really hate Deontay Wilder. You know why? Because he had a backing now. You think he a bum. People think he done got good. It's with the people backing him. You got guys like Canelo where you would say, well, he ducked this guy, he ducked that guy on Triple G, you ducked this guy. Legitimate reasons not to like a guy. Oh, Terrence Crawford ain't fight nobody, he being overhyped or something. Go back to the root of it. You said Crawford didn't fight nobody. That's your opinion. Okay? That's your opinion. Let's go back to the root of it. People saying he pound for pound #1. The media saying this. People in the media. That's the root of the cause. It's not that because you don't think Crawford ain't fight nobody. It ain't because Crawford the world champion or he undisputed. You don't like Crawford, or you may not like Crawford, because let's get to the root of it. Because people rank him on a mystical pound for pound list. The root. The root of it. You know, look at the root of stuff. All right? Legitimate reasons not to like people. Well, I don't like Floyd because he's born. That's a legit reason. Floyd ain't the most exciting person in the ring. That's a legitimate reason. Well, I like fighters that throw more punches. You know, I like aggressive or offensive style fighter. You know what? I prefer James Toney's shoulder roll to Floyd Mayweather's shoulder roll because he was more offensive. Those are legitimate arguments, dog. Legitimate arguments. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Coach? Coach in the building. Appreciate you.
Man, what's going on, man? I just saw this pop up in my email, man. Yeah.
Oh, man, we talking about the state of boxing right now. I'm kind of piggybacking off a Southside boxing video last night, man, where, you know, we talking about Yeah, we talking about, all the ducking and guys on the same network ain't fighting each other. I mean, what you think about that, dog?
Man, CJ, first of all, man, it is really an honor and a pleasure, man, to be here with you. And I know I say that a lot, but bro, thank you, man. Uh, and boxing, man, it's kind of dry, man. People are doing videos, man, about different stuff, man. Like Ticket doing more basketball stuff. 78 done made Tales from a Hustler. Love boxing. He done completely stopped talking about the current state of events. He talking about the past. And you just got a lot of channels, man. They just making up fantasy matchups, man. So that's what the hell happened. I'm so sick and tired of Joshua and Wilder. I ain't reported about that in a minute. I went and started doing some MMA stuff, man. But it's sick, man, because these guys don't want to fight each other, man. They don't want to fight. They don't want to. They just I don't know, man. Like yeah, I got a video coming, man, and with some of the top names today of in the last 5 years, how many times they've been active versus like the top MMA guys, how many times they've been active. And y'all mouth gonna drop, man. Y'all mouth gonna drop. Y'all gonna be like, damn, these niggas don't like to fight at all, man, and they don't. They don't want to fight, man. Once a year, hell, man. You remember when we seen Keith Thurman? He was 25, and now it's been like 6 fights later, and now Keith Thurman almost 30. Hey, man, boxing messing up, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man. And we talking about the root cause of stuff as well, too, man. The root cause, like, where people will say, well, I don't like Terrence Crawford because people overrate him. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't like Crawford because he on people #1 pound for pound list. The root cause ain't Terrence Crawford. This is what I was just saying before you hopped on. The root cause is you said people, media. The people in the media's opinion is sometimes the root cause for people not liking other fighters. And that's the absolute truth. You don't know Deontay Wilder personally. You don't know Anthony Joshua personally. But some of their moves make you not like them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had no problem with Anthony Joshua before he called out Deontay Wilder because that's exactly what happened. He called out Deontay Wilder. Then he pump fake. He called the wrong. Somebody called his bluff in Wilder. But other than that, a lot of people didn't have a problem with Joshua. A lot of people thought Joshua potentially could be the future. So you got fighters that actually is their own issue. They own problem when issues start happening and people dislike them. But then you got other people on the other side of the pendulum who dislike fighters because people rate them highly and say, oh, they overrated. But that's your opinion. You mad because other people overrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I hear exactly what you're saying, man. And it's true, man. Everything you said is absolutely true. You got and CJ, you got all these champions, man. You got Keith Thurman, man. Who he gave up one of his straps, and Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, they supposed to fight for the strap, but now we don't know when Danny Garcia and Sean Porter really gonna fight because the fight got pushed back. So I mean, we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that. And then if one of those two win the belt, man, if one of them win that WBC belt, I don't think who's gonna fight Errol Spence, man. I don't have any confidence in boxing as a sport that either one of those guys, okay, by either one of those guys, man, are gonna fight Errol Spence Jr. Okay, I don't think any one of those guys will fight him. That's just it, man.
And I
I
agree
don't
with you
think
on
they
that
will.
too. But I agree with you on that too. Even Earl Spence came out and did an interview and said, I've been assured. Even if you is assured, I see a fake injury coming. I possibly could see a fishy draw coming. I could see something putting that fight off, man. And I'm Earl Spence. I'm not letting these dudes control my career. 1, 2, 3 titles versus Terrence Crawford and no titles. Crawford bringing one title regardless. He ain't bringing shit more than the WBO to the table. What would it matter? You know what I'm saying? Fight now. Remember this, dog. And people forget this. I said this before you jumped on. The fighter don't work for the promoter. The promoter works for the fighter.
But we got a group of promoters, man, that's pretty much dictating boxing. I mean, really, you got the guy that's wearing the fishnets. You got Tom Loeffler, you got Kathy Duva, you got you got Bob Arum. You got these different promoters, man, that they pretty much they dictate what fights we get. We don't dictate that. I think of us as fans, if everybody united, man, it don't matter what color you are. It don't matter, man. If everybody united and said, you know what, man, my guy fighting a bum, we just not gonna support it. And we've been saying this for over 10 years, man. The way to get at boxing, man, the way to get at these guys to make these fights is when you empty their pockets out and they can't make no more bread on you, then guess what? Then they got to start listening. I don't understand what the problem is of having the best fight the best. I mean, why the hell does a fighter need tune-up fights? Why does a fighter have to let the stuff marinate, man? Just if you got two fighters that's knocking people out, put them guys in the ring together. It just make common sense, man. You know, it make common sense. And if you want to fight them, you know, down the road, start marinating the fight while these guys doing the damage, man. Because you know, I'm sick and tired, man. You know, of waiting, man, waiting years, man. I mean, Mayweather Pacquiao just pissed me off altogether, man. Can't stand Pacquiao, can't stand Floyd. You know, the fight didn't get made. You know, Triple G and Andre Ward, that's another fight that didn't get made, man. That I'm sitting here like, okay, damn, are you serious, man? Triple G and Andre Ward couldn't get made. And you see how long it took for Canelo and Triple G to fight. It just, man, the promoters are fucking this thing up for everybody, man. They screwing it up. And you know, and it's like all the videos today, man. Have you seen the videos today by people? It's just people are disgusted, man. I done seen five, bro, even Ashley's corner, man. You know, normally she pretty like upbeat and positive. She said it's just a lot of crazy, man. Boxing is just stinks right now, man. It just do. It stink.
And it kills your morale. It kills your morale as a boxing fan. You know, you got other channels that I'm now talking more NBA and more other sports. I'm able to incorporate more sports now. Before I actually wanted to do it, it's premature because of the state of boxing, though. Seriously, it makes no sense, though, that why we ain't had the best fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? And we not even arguing about a Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali type of debate right now. We not arguing, maybe Crawford versus Trinidad or stuff. But even it ain't even got to that. It's beyond that. Now we arguing the business of boxing. We become accountants. We become pocket counters. Some people. You know what? He can't fight him because he will Bob Arum and he will Al Heyman. See, no, we got to redo that. You know what I'm saying? Even when you put fantasy fights up, you know what? Danny Garcia will never fight Terrence Crawford. That's top ranking PBC. That's the first answer before you get a winner. We're not talking about who jab is superior, who footwork is superior, who got superior defense. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about the organic things about boxing no more. We all business now, and that it's a shame.
Yeah, man, we got too many punk ass promoters, man. That's messing. It's too many of these punk ass dudes, man. That they sitting back, they grinning and cheesing from ear to ear. You know what? I wish the fighters got smart and just got rid of all the damn promoters, man. Just get rid of these bastards. You know, get rid of the governing bodies, okay? Get one official governing body, where you know it's one belt, okay, one champion for each weight class. You know, I wish they can do away with all this shit because, it's a combination of these punk ass promoters, the governing bodies, and then you have even some of the managers are guilty, and then you got some of the fighters. See, everybody got that Floyd Mayweather disease, but see, these fighters of the day, they lazy as fuck, man. They lazy, okay? They don't want to do the pretty boy work. They don't want to get in there, man. They don't want to die in the gym. They see the cars, they see all the women, they see all the thoughts that he be having around. They see all of that stuff. But, they don't see the stuff that he want. They're not willing to do that. Like, prime example, you got Adrian Broner with his old Brussels sprout ass head. You got him, man, running around here. Man, AB, man, let me. He doing all that stuff, man. He want to be just like Floyd Mayweather, but he don't want to do no work, man. This guy don't want to get in there and kill himself in the gym like Floyd did. That's the thing, man. And it's part of Floyd Mayweather's fault too, because they let that Pacquiao fight marinate too long. They let it marinate. It's Pacquiao's fault too. His fault too. They let the fight marinate. They had all the fans, man, Mayweather Pacquiao. Yep, that's the fight. That's the fight to see. Yep. And then, we didn't get the fight. We didn't get the fight when we wanted to see it. Man, we should have seen that fight 8 years ago. Okay? We should have seen Mayweather Pacquiao 8 freaking years ago.
Yeah, one or two times. It should have been a trilogy in this. It could have been a trilogy in itself by now, if it would have came to that. You exactly right. And the effect that fight had, everybody thinks that fight marinated, and they were supposed to get $20 million a piece at first. What up, Callie? They were supposed to get $20 million a piece, so everybody think that jumping money coming. Did you hear Danny Garcia say that a couple months ago? Told Ellie Seckback that the reason I want to let me and Earl marinate because we want to have that jumping money like Pacquiao. Dude, people forget that Pacquiao fought Morales, Barrera. He fought all these tough fights before he got to Floyd. Floyd Mayweather fought all these marquee names. And Gotti, he went to Atlantic City. Corrales, he was an underdog. Giancarlo Hernandez, he was close to being an underdog. All these other fights that he fought to get to that point, they didn't just pop up and say, hey, $100 million, $200 million fight. No, it was years of building a portfolio, man. It was years of blood, sweat, and tears and being a brick mason and laying the brick by brick and strategic move. You guys are not gonna get pay-per-view by fighting Ross Salka. You're not gonna get pay-per-view by waiting a year or two in your whole career and waiting to fight Danny Garcia, waiting to fight Sean Porter, waiting a year or two. It don't work like that, dog. The Danny Garcia, the Terrence Crawford, the Spencer fight, those are the fights that build you up to being the star.
See, man, I think some of these guys too, man, is interviewing these guys. I think they scared them. You know what, man? If it were me and if I had a chance to interview them, I would interview them with no fear. I'd be like, look, man, y'all niggas are bullshit, man. Especially you, Sean. Okay, you don't know if you want to get your hair cut. You don't know if you want them damn spaghetti braids in your head. Look, man. Okay, you need to stop bullshitting, man. Okay, y'all stop messing around. Okay, stop waiting on Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ain't fighting nobody. Stop waiting on him. Okay, I mean, you and Kenny Porter. I tell Kenny Porter too, man. Y'all full of shit. Y'all full of, man. Get in there and fight Errol Spence. Get in there and fight him. Whoever win that belt, damn it, if they don't get in there with Errol Spence, man, I'm gonna make it my duty, man. I gotta find Kenny Porter. I want to run up on him and just ask him the tough question. I want to ask him, why y'all dudes ain't fighting these guys?
Hey, coach, and I should have went to that Clarissa Shields fight because I ain't know Kenny Porter was there. Callie was trying to get me to go to that Clarissa Shields fight, and I should have fucking went. I should have went to that fight because if I would have seen Kenny Porter there, I'd have ran up on him. What people don't know is we used to do interviews when I was with Colossal Sports TV and shit. What was Colossal Box Talk? We did interviews, and it was basically like sitting in the barbershop and chopping it up. See, at the end of the day, these dudes with the interviews, with the mics and shit and on the phone, they scary. They cornballs, they lames, they timid. You can hear it in their voice. Mr. Keith Thurman. See, shout out to Nets from the Boxing Voice because he don't give a shit no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't begging for an interview. He big enough to do what he want to do. A lot of these dudes is scared to lose credentials. They scared to lose access and all that shit. I don't care about having access. If I truly do get media credentials and get access, I bet you I won't have them on because I'm gonna ask the tough questions, and that's the point of being a journalist. What's up, Callie?
Yeah, man, that's what I did a video on that actually at 3 a.m. but I uploaded it later. But yeah, man, that's what I was talking about, man. I said to me, boxing is, man, it's like it's inflicting self. It's like it's hurting itself. It's all self-inflicted damage, man. You know what I mean? It's like these promoters, man, they keep thinking about their own bottom line, but they never think about anything long term. It's always about now. You know, when it comes to, especially when it comes to Eddie Hearn, man, or when it comes to Bob Arum or any dudes. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes are in it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're all looking for, what can I get now? You know what I mean? They're all in fear of, well, if my top guy loses, then, you know what I mean, I'm going to be irrelevant. And especially Eddie Hearn, he only has one top guy. The rest of his guys that you would consider to be top guys aren't really top guys and are one knockout away from being finished. Kell Brook, Amir Khan don't really want no smoke with nobody, man. I mean, Eddie Hearn was talking about Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford in the future. Motherfucker, you ain't going to put him in the ring with no damn Terrence Crawford. You about to start using his name, which is what Amir Khan did.
Hold on, too. They called Eddie Hearn 2 or 3 months ago about Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford. They called him about that fight.
Yeah,
and
Bob Arum.
Yup.
Yeah, and they said no. They don't want no smoke, man. Man, we know about Matchroom should be coward room, cause that's what it is. They got a bunch of bitches over there, a bunch of coward ass motherfuckers over there who don't want to fight nobody, man. That's just the way they get down. At the end of the day, when it comes time for Matchroom fighters to fight anybody, any kind of stiff competition, they don't want it. At least with Frank Warren, with his promotional company, he's developing his guys. He's not really concerned about, you know what I mean, the top guys right now. I guess you could say Billy Joe, but Billy Joe Saunders admitted what he's trying to do. Billy John Saunders said it straight like this. He's here for the money, and he's looking to retire. He said this last year, that he was going to probably fight maybe another year or two, and he said he wanted to retire well before 40. Billy Joe Saunders said he wanted to get out of that early. He has no incentive to stick around and to be a mushmouth. That's what Billy Joe Saunders stated himself. I believe him. You can see he's actually following that script. So he's not going to take any kind of risk. He's going to look for a couple of money fights, and he's going to get up out of here, man. So you're not going to see no undisputed at 160. You ain't going to see it at 140, because I'm going to tell you right now, if Maurice Hooker, if he don't win big time, you know what I mean? Guess what? He going to lose that 140-pound strap that he just got, and Bob Arum's gonna be in control of 2 of them at 140. So at the end of the day, you can forget about Undisputed at 140. You can forget about Undisputed pretty much in almost every division right now, because I don't care what anybody say. The people try to act like Anthony Joshua don't want this fight, man. He don't want this fight.
Hold on, Cali, too, though. Hold on. Maurice Hooker, that's a good point I was going to get at. He was talking greasy about Regis, but he knew all the way along, because as soon as he won that strap, he had to be informed that he wasn't going to enter that tournament. He knew he wasn't going to enter that tournament at a certain point. I'm pretty sure right after, at least the latest he knew was after the Terry Flanagan fight. Then he talked greasy about Regis Prograis ducking him. But by that time, he knew he wasn't entering the tournament. That's another dude that's name dropping and has no intention on fighting him. He knows what's about to happen, bro. He's willing to go to. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he don't want to fight no Regis Prograis, man. I know this, man. But you and I already spoke about this. I mean, Prograis walked right through his ass and knocked his ass out, cold. So he don't want to get to that fight. He talking about he want to fight Prograis and all that shit. I never believed his ass. There's nothing about him that made me believe that he wants any smoke with Regis Prograis. He can't. I don't care who Regis Prograis fought. I can look. The eye test tell me enough right there that to me that Maurice Hooker don't hit hard enough to be able to keep Regis Prograis off, because that's one of the things they talked about in the Terry Flanagan fight, how big of a puncher he was. I don't think so. I don't think he's that big of a puncher. He's decent. He got decent puncher, but nothing that's gonna keep Regis Prograis off of him. Regis Prograis gonna walk through that shit. He got better defense than Terry Flanagan. He can maneuver his way on the inside, and he gonna knock his ass smooth the fuck out. So we know what's gonna happen in that fight. What I'm telling you, the only Undisputed we only getting Undisputed at cruiserweight, and that's it. You can forget about Undisputed in every other weight division except for cruiserweight, and that's a fact.
Hey man, I'm gonna stay. Hey man, let me say something. What's this guy named T Good M1. How the hell is PBC ruin boxing? Y'all dudes get on my nerves with that shit. How is PBC ruin? So I guess the Zone is gonna bring boxing back, right? I guess all the crap fights that Bob Arum put on over the years. I guess all the shitty fights that Oscar De La Hoya put on over the years, right? Okay, I guess even Kathy Duva putting on shitty fights, but everybody just seemed to want to think that the PBC is. I mean, I thought the PBC was trying to do good for boxing, right? I mean, bringing fights back to regular TV. I mean, don't y'all think that was good for boxing? But no, it's too many of you. It's too many of you silly, goofy ass, computer nerds with fucked up haircuts watching this shit, and y'all not looking at the big picture, man. And y'all couldn't support PBC, but I bet you same dudes will be supporting that DAZN bullshit. How much you want to bet? I guarantee it.
Yeah, people want to keep saying like PBC destroyed boxing. Like I said, they not perfect, but who gives you better boxing right now? HBO ain't getting you shit all summer, but you get it from HBO. In the one fight that you want from HBO, you ain't getting it. Bivol and Kovalev, they not even giving you that. You know what I'm saying?
So what Top Rank's giving us? What, maybe 3-4 fights all year? What the fuck is Matchroom giving us?
Nothing.
What is Matchroom giving us?
Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua would have paid off ref and officials. Dillian White.
That's the best fucking fight we got. Because all your fights have been fucking trash. Matchroom suck. I'm just gonna tell you, every last one of y'all fights suck. They stink.
And then that card they got coming up July 28th, Katie Taylor, the best fucking fighter on the card.
Okay, they use facts, bro. Facts.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
What's up, 7-8 in the building?
We've been watching trash. Y'all so used to, and I had some idiot from the UK, man, try to tell me, he said, well, Matchroom's been putting on fantastic fights. I said, who? Based
what
on
who?
Hey, dog, I watched that. Look, dog, when on Saturdays, man, when I have them off, during the day, and my girl and the kid gone, and Michigan football ain't on or something like that, I sit back and watch they fights, man. I fall asleep, man, and fuck around and miss the main event, dog. They got motherfuckers. They got motherfuckers in fucking Reebok basketball shoes and hoop shorts on. Legitimately. They got dudes off the street with hoop shorts on. They physique look worse than mine. With basketball shoes on. They ain't even got boxing shoes on. Eddie ain't even getting these dudes boxing shoes, dog. They got hoop shorts on.
Hey, CJ, they got a marathon, man, that would cure sleep insomnia, man. If you having sleep insomnia, I guarantee you, if you just watch Matchroom, the marathon fights all day, you'll go to sleep. You're not watching anything.
Okay. Hey, now I'm gonna tell you, I got a response. So if Al Heyman paid his fighters, okay, then how you gonna explain Anthony Joshua making so-called y'all think $20 million a fight? How you gonna explain that? Because ain't no Al Heyman fighters made no $20 million. Okay, I mean I would love for y'all to tell me, name other than Floyd Mayweather. Okay, what is another Al Heyman fighter that's done made a $20 million purse? Okay, see y'all gotta come better than that. Okay, we gonna stop blaming Al Heyman for everything. Y'all start looking at Bob Arum punk ass. Y'all start looking at Eddie Hearn bitch ass. Y'all start looking at these dudes. Everything is Heyman fault, man.
And
Niggas
look
ain't
at
got no
Bob
damn
Aaron. And look
sense.
at Bob. And look, JM2121. Appreciate the super chat. He says Earl says like Knoxville Bullets or Texas Chainsaw. But like I was saying this though, but people don't talk about how Bob Aaron was raping them fighters though. How he owed Pacquiao all that money. How he owed Mayweather money. How he got Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Look at this point of Bob Arum, dude. If Bob Arum treated his fighters the right way, listen here, this is some real game right here. If Bob Arum treated his fighters the right way, guess what would happen, Coach? He wouldn't have Golden Boy Promotions to go against. He wouldn't have Mayweather Promotions to go against. Mayweather would have never joined forces with Al Heyman and became a powerhouse because none of them would have had to go how to outsource and become his competition. His one competition is damn near dead in the dirt and Don King. Bob Arum spawned his competition, bro. By not treating Oscar right. When Oscar left the coop and started Golden Boy Promotion, motherfuckers say, oh, this Mexican can go ahead and start his own shit in America. Or Mayweather say, shit, I can start my own shit too. We'll work with him for a minute. But you know what? Al Heyman and Schaefer going to get together and we going to cook something up. So Bob Arum is responsible directly for his competition right now. Because Kathy Duva ain't no... Go ahead.
But you know why Bob Arum gets a pass? He gets the right skin color.
And then he said, hold on, Kelly. What do you say? What do you say about UFC fighters, UFC fans? They all skinheads. He say the most racist shit and get away with it though.
Yeah,
of course. He allowed to. When you have the right skin color, you get to do fuck shit and get away with it. That's how it works. But Al Heyman, a man who never talks, that's the guy to hate. That's the one to hate all the time. The guy who's not talking. All these other guys going there talking all kinds of shit, they get a pass. The guy who doesn't talk, who you would want to perceive as being very classy by not talking, that's the guy you hate. That's the guy that you want to spit on and take a shit on. You know why? You know what it is. There's nothing else but to say, except they don't like he's black. He's black. Yep. The black man, even though he don't talk, if a black man was running his mouth, they'd cry about that. The black men don't talk. They still complain. So at the end of the day, there's nothing that Al Heyman can do that will make him like him. Unless he was bootlicking or kissing Bob Arum's ass or somebody like that, then he'd be perfectly fine. You have to coon for them to like you. If you don't coon, then they can't fuck with you. If you coon, if you shoot buck dance, if you acting like Bernard Hopkins, you acting like Radio Raccoon and all these other fools like that, you're completely okay.
And look, Kelly and CJ, here's my thing, man. Okay, and I like debates, man. I love them. So here's my thing. Okay, my thing is if Al Heyman is so bad for boxing, then and I'm talking to you, Roman Jesus. I'm talking to you. Okay, because I suspect you may be an Oscar De La Hoya fan. Matter of fact, I suspect you may. If Al Heyman is so bad for boxing, then what the hell has Oscar De La Hoya been doing? I mean, listen, we can go in and talk about. Like, what, his fighters ain't got no more trust in him. This man running around here, dressing up, putting utensils in his ass, raped a 15-year-old girl. Yeah, I mean, y'all just seem to forget that, don't you? That Al Heyman is so bad. Y'all evil motherfuckers. Hey, look, man, come on. There's nothing, Al Heyman can't do nothing that would tarnish his reputation worse than Oscar done already did, man. That's why nobody ain't messing with Oscar. That's why no black fighters ain't going to Oscar. That's why. And anybody who there, they probably got the gist and figured out, oh, dang, these are a bunch of racists over here. Okay, the only person who didn't get the memo was Coon Hop. That's the only person. Man, come on, man. We got to stop the Al Heyman bashing, okay? We got to stop the Al Heyman bashing. Stop it. This motherfucker ain't never gave... And I met Al Heyman in person, man. I met him in person. I can tell you what, man. Al Heyman is not a pussy. He talked to you 10, 15 minutes, man, and the dude is off to go handle more business. He's an alpha male, 100%. He told me he was going to bring boxing to this area. That's what he did. We got amateur fight cards here, man. because Al Heyman stopped through, met one of the older trainers here. Now we got an amateur fight card here, man. That's promoting up and coming boxers. Okay, that they're filtering them into promotional companies like Mayweather Promotions. He came here and set that up. I don't get it, man. And Al Heyman bad for boxing, man. Y'all shut up, man. Shut the hell up. Man, ain't no damn bad for no boxing. Punk ass dudes. Sick of that shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about PBC fail. How did PBC fail? Legitimately. I mean, I understand it's not on Spike no more or ESPN, but ESPN was never the emphasis of Premier Boxing Champions. If it was, you would have got more than Austin Trout fighting on there and occasional Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares fight. But obviously, Showtime was dishing out more money. CBS Showtime.
But see, I'm gonna tell you what these dudes can't stand. So they can't stand that Al Heyman teaching these guys, man. He teaching all of them. You don't need a damn promoter. You don't need a promoter. Look, let me teach you how to be self-sufficient in business. Okay. Let me teach you what I know. Let me teach you why I've amassed so much in my lifetime. Look at Errol Spence Jr., man. Got $3.5 million in his last fight. Look, man. Errol Spence Jr. ain't got no promoter. See, what is it? When black people help black people, I get it. When black people help black people, everybody got a problem with that shit. Oscar De La Hoya can come out with racist emails, okay? Really big up his Mexican fighters, put Canelo on the biggest stage ever, okay? But you want to say Al Heyman is a friend, so, I mean, don't Oscar De La Hoya act like a friend to Canelo? See, guys, you can't debate this. Hey, you guys come on here live, I'll destroy you. How the hell you going to explain that one? Right. Yeah, good. Dumbasses.
Yeah, that's about right, man. At the end of the day, I mean, that's true, man. A man that's giving you the best fights right now, how can you hate on him? A guy that don't speak, he ain't say nothing bad to nobody. People say, well, he cheated Oscar out of his fighter. Yeah, he didn't cheat Oscar out of his fighter. The guy why Oscar called his son-in-law Richard Schaefer ran all them fighters out. So you would want to blame Richard Schaefer before you blame Oscar De La Hoya. And Bernard Hopkins, he was on the Breakfast Club around there buck dancing before Mayweather and McGregor when they was trying to stop that fight, which quote unquote, it wasn't a big fight. It wasn't gonna bother Canelo and Triple G. But he was on there talking about how we and George Foreman the only two fighters that ever won Manager of the Year or whatever like that. If you're such a great businessman, why you working under a little nigga, Oscar De La Hoya? If you're such a great businessman, Bernard Hopkins, why is it in B Hop Promotions? You know what I'm saying? He trying to bash Floyd as a businessman. We know Floyd ain't the greatest businessman. You know what I'm saying? We know Floyd ain't the greatest businessman. We know Al Heyman hashes it out. Okay. But if you is such a great businessman, Bernard Hopkins, why are you working under a little nigga, Oscar De La Hoya? You know what I'm saying? Why is you working under Oscar? Why is it ain't B Hop Promotions, brother? Why do people in Philly don't respect you like they used to respect your word? You know what I'm saying? You out here dancing, man. Don't nobody respect B Hop in the box community like that no more. Don't nobody respect B Hop like that, dog. And that's crazy though. He out here, bashing Floyd for Oscar. He out here going out there for Oscar. For what? For what? Do Oscar got some pictures about you? You supposed to be this thug, jail hoodlum that changed his life around. Do Oscar got some pictures of you in the mini skirt and the thong on? See, that's you start to question shit like that. When you see a brother that we kings, dog. We kings. We ain't followers, dog. We trendsetters in America. We trendsetters around the world. The hip hop culture has its imprint on everything around the world. Everything moves and it shakes in its moves as the hip hop culture shakes in its move. And that's a fact. Every piece of music is affected by that. So we don't need to follow behind nobody. For Anthony Ash Juice Johnson, Joshua, whatever y'all want to call him, why is he doing what Eddie say when he bigger than Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn is riding Anthony Joshua way, bro. He bigger than that. So you wonder what these dudes got on them, dog. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's like Floyd Mayweather going to work under Oscar De La Hoya, man. What does Oscar got on B-Hop, man? Let's keep it real, man. They in the office, lines of cocaine, and strap on dildos or something, dog?
No, B.I. probably the one bending Oscar over. Oscar like, I'm gonna tell that we fucking around. That's the only thing I can think of, bro. That's the only thing.
Seriously, dog. We don't. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Bernard Hopkins, dog. The dude that had him and Floyd was two of the voices of boxing. He might not have been as popular, but B-Hop word carried weight 10 years ago, dog. Let's keep it real. It didn't. It carried weight. All them Philly fighters looked up to B-Hop. Now he went over there and he tap dance on out of there. Don't nobody respect that word no more, man.
Every chance he get, he cooning. Every chance he get, he can't help it. He can't help himself. He's like, I'm a book dancer. I'm a book dancer.
That's no, he got knocked out the damn ring, man, with his heels kicked up in there. Good, glad he did. And
you know, but I'm tired of all this stuff too, man. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at boxing is in such a sad state, for real. That you know these promoters, man, are so caught up in. The only thing they see is green and how, but they don't understand is that what they're doing is hurting the sport. They need to be working together to make the best fights. Because long term, that's gonna bring them the best return.
And you look at it, you look at it too. Eddie always worked with Al Heyman. Right. It might have been real low key, but now all of a sudden he want to be Al Heyman. He want to go out here and be the anti Al Heyman. He want to speak. Go ahead.
Eddie Hearn needs to be humble because, you know what I mean. No one was paying attention to Eddie Hearn until Anthony Joshua came around. No one gave a damn about Eddie Hearn. Y'all talking about Eddie Hearn? He still ain't shit over here. I mean,
his daddy wasn't shit. On the YouTube. His daddy wasn't shit.
No.
Yeah, Barry Hearn.
That still ain't shit over here in America. Nobody give a fuck about matchroom boxing. You see, if matchroom was so spectacular, how come they don't have more stars in the UK than Anthony Joshua? How come they don't? You guys should be telling. Who else has he made a star? Who else has Anthony Joshua made a star?
Hold on. Look at this shit. Hold on. Look at this. Look at these dudes in the comment section. Womack Dark. Are people laughing at AJ when he's already financially secure for life? What did you talk about? Mike Tyson made over $500 million, and where he at, Coach?
He's sitting around buck dancing, doing plays now. This nigga doing plays on stage, man, telling his life story, man.
Riddick Bowe made $50 million, man. His net worth was $50 million. His net worth is $30,000. Evander Holyfield was $100 and some $1 million net worth. He did broke right now. You ain't never financially secured in this type of market. No matter if you got 100 million pounds or whatever it may be. I done seen billionaires.
It ain't just that too. You never know what the promoters, what kind of back end fuckery that they may have on the end of some of these contracts.
Hold on. Legendary Boxer said Tyson was a crackhead though. AJ is smart. How the fuck AJ smart if he still think he need Eddie Hearn, bro? How is he smart, bro?
Now. AJ should be a promoter now, man. But I'm gonna tell you something, CJ. Like I said, man, the word. This is what the word been. AJ has his own promotional company, but he don't own it. Matchroom owns his promotional company. That's a fact. That motherfucker don't own shit. AJ don't have as much money as they say he do, man. That's why AJ was complaining about money. But AJ listening to Eddie Hearn because he's an idiot. You know what I mean? He really should have started his own promotional company.
Legendary Boxer, my man, but he said AJ just signed a 3-fight, $100 million deal. That's smart, bro. Got to be real. That's smart. When you could have made $100 million just fighting Deontay Wilder, and the rematch would have bought you even more than that. How is that smart? 3 fights over $100 million, or 1 fight that can get you $100 million potentially, or somewhere close to that. How is that smart?
How you gonna explain this?
Explain that for me. Explain that to me. You rather, hey, look here. I'm gonna put it to you this way. You rather go drive somewhere. You rather go to 10 different spots in the hood and pick up $100 million from 10 different spots, or you rather go to one spot, get the $100 million, get the bag, and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, you rather go to one spot because you keep going to multiple spots to make it caught up.
Hold on. See, Blood said something real smart, man. Shout out to Blood Boxer Return in this documentary, man. Much love for all of that. He said something smart. He said some of y'all niggas don't know how to make money, but 9 to 5. Ain't none of y'all make no money outside of 9 to 5, bro. If I lived off of 9 to 5, bro, I'd be a broke motherfucker, dog. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all don't know shit about a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all couldn't make it in Detroit, dog. Detroit is one of the hardest cities to make it in. And they say, oh, you got a high unemployment. How everybody stay off? Go ahead.
Them niggas ain't from the hood though. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about them. Like the rest of them dudes, y'all ain't from the hood, man. Y'all not used to being out on the streets and you know, learning how to fucking hustle, man. You know, there's just multiple ways to hustle, man. Even if you ain't fucking with drugs and shit like that, whether you out there hustling, you know, tapes, shirts, things of that nature, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I used to get my hands on, you know, free tapes and shit like that, man, based out of the Bay Area, artists and shit like that, man. You know, for free, and I go hustle that shit, man. That's how I would make money. I would make money off of, you know, coming up with shit free.
Hey, Cali, go ahead. Hey, Womack Dark, go ahead and say this again. How much Wilder getting from Brazil? You think I give a fuck how much he getting, dog?
Who cares?
If he get $1 million, he's $1 million. He's $1 million richer than you. He's $1 million richer than you. So why you calling my man's pocket?
He way richer than that. He way richer than that. Let me ask y'all this. So is it smart for AJ to go ahead and sign that, you know, 3-fight deal worth maybe like $130 million or some shit like that? Or is it smarter for him to be his own promoter, promote those fights, and cut out Eddie Hearn, and he gets to collect the promotional fee? Which one is smarter? Which one's smarter?
Look, because they don't understand, and they don't even understand how boxing works. You don't, because they say you got $100 million. That don't mean you got $100 million. You know, that's a guarantee. If Wilder in his next 3 fights, let's put it this way: if AJ is supposed to make $100 million in his next 3 fights, okay, he supposed to do 100,000, 90,000, all these record breaking. Who getting the money then? Because if they giving him $100 million, how much Eddie and Barry making?
Woo!
How much they making? So
if a whole lot of money,
$300 million, they may be making $300 million off of AJ, man. I'm telling you that.
And look at here, you ain't like Fred said, you ain't a free man if you don't understand what it feel like to work for yourself. If a motherfucker's paying is signing your check, what that tell you, coach? If somebody else signing your check, what that tell you?
That means you work for them. That means you report to their ass. You work for their ass.
And they get more money than you.
They hope.
Making more. That's your boss.
The $50 million was guaranteed, bro. They expected to do 600 pay-per-view. This was about 2 or 3 months ago. That fight is bigger than 600,000 pay-per-view right now.
Yeah. But they stupid, man. Like I said, man. I'm sorry, y'all, out of the UK, because that's what y'all stole behind the times here. Us in America, we're used to fighters promoting themselves. Y'all not. Y'all still back in the fucking 1980s, man. For your mindset, y'all's mindset is still slave driven, man. Y'all so used to promoters, like you guys, to like this whole slick talk from promoters. Y'all new to that shit. We're well beyond that shit, man. We can see past what y'all can't see past. Like Eddie Hearn talk to y'all, y'all be eating up all that game. I'm telling you this right now, man. If I was a motherfucker, let's put it this way. If let's just say I got a woman, right? I got a woman, and you wanted to date her. I'd let you date her while she passed me your money. That's what would happen. I would let you do whatever you wanted to do to her as long as she cashed me out. Matter of fact, you probably went in there. They
don't understand that. They've been to kill the bitch. They've been to kill the bitch. They've been to kill the bitch.
They wouldn't even be able to hit it, bro. Like they would be working hard to hit it. I'd be hitting it and getting paid by you. Your money that you give to her, all that shit you gonna spend on her, she keep the receipts, go turn that shit back in, give me all that money. That's what be happening.
He said that 50 million was guaranteed, but 100 million was a dream. Even if it wasn't, he just got 50 million. He got 50% on the back end of the live gate, ticket sales, all of that.
Right.
Even if he got 50 million, that's 50 million in one fight.
Yeah, man.
CJ, even if the fight made nothing, that's $50 million.
I had to say, man, to turn down 50 million, it's ludicrous, man. It's fucking ludicrous. And then, you know, I'm sick and tired of people. Man, this how much money AJ gonna get this, and you know, I'm like, man. Are y'all dudes sitting in Matchroom? Are y'all sitting in the Matchroom office? Because, you know, Eddie Hearn, they real discreet. They really throwing out numbers, man. But, you know, these dudes, man, they ain't sitting in Matchroom. You know,
hold on, dog. This nigga say this, dog. Yeah, but he's scared, bro. He wants $100 million for 3 easy fights. If Wilder is a bum, which y'all telling me, don't you want to go make $50 million at least fighting a bum, an easy fight? $300 million.
And a belt, $50 million in a belt.
Undisputed.
How this not an easy decision?
Yeah, how you can't see that? How you gonna explain this?
Exactly, bro.
These niggas don't believe that. They can't believe this shit. Y'all can't be this stupid. Y'all can't be this goddamn stupid. But maybe you are. Maybe you like brains.
And then hold on. Hey, Coach Cali. Ain't this nigga living with his mama? Ain't living with his mama. Jared Hurd made $500,000 purse versus Lara moved out of his mama house. If this motherfucker getting $20 million to fight, why he still stay with his mama?
Because his mama's boy, man. You know he's still on that breast milk, man.
Look, if you financially secure, why you still borrowing motherfuckers' private jet? Once you buy your own private jet, James Brown had a fucking private jet in the 1970s off of selling music.
Hey, check this out. He said he made $20 million to fight. He can afford his own private jet, right? That's what y'all say,
right?
Yeah.
What you need the zone for? What you need Eddie for? What you need the zone for? You could just have AJ Boxing Network if you secure for life.
Man, AJ a damn fool.
Shit. What type of business ventures does AJ got in the UK, bro? Do AJ got barbershops? Because that's the one thing they need to sell. They need to start in the UK. Yeah. He need to put some fucking United States barbers over there. Because all the motherfuckers got fucked up fades and shit. I mean, Kid and Play fade was better than they shit.
Especially, you know what I'm saying? Especially
oh my God. So what is this? What do we got? A yogurt chain? You know, an Under Armour deal. Gervonta Tank Davis got an Under Armour deal at 23, homie. 21. So you gotta do better. Oh, he makes endorsements and this and that. You a star in the UK. United Coochie. You a star in the United Coochie.
Yeah.
Right. That don't mean nothing. That's not even bigger than the state of Texas. It's Texas State high school players is bigger than Anthony Joshua in the state of Texas, dog. And it's bigger than the UK.
Hey, CJ, check this out, man. So I remember something because I know they have some billboards over in the United States of AJ. Nobody know who that motherfucker is. They just look. They just see
Triple G.
Up there.
When Triple G did that, when Triple G did that motherfucking what that shit he did, that little Apple commercial. Oh, Triple G rolling up. Man, niggas like, who the fuck is that motherfucker on the Apple commercial?
Nobody give a damn about no damn Triple G with that big quarter pounder with cheese ass head, scared to fight motherfucker. Got Abel Sanchez talking for him all the time, and you know Abel Sanchez 15 neck and 5,000 asses, lying ass. Fuck Abel Sanchez. Fuck Triple G.
Abel Sanchez need a fucking translator too. You know what I'm saying? He say some of the dumbest shit. Remember they first came out. Oh, you know what, dog? We'll fight anybody from 154 to 175. He said it, bruh. He said it, and they changed it to 68.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to be the unified champion.
Like, well,
and then I got you, World Breaker Fighter. I just seen it. And then when Andre Ward and them met at that little luncheon they did, what'd he say, Callie? Oh, no, Andre Ward too much for me. He too much for me. You know,
that's what he said. He said, no, guys, you know, Andre Ward, he too much for me. No, he too much for me. No, he too much.
Look, these motherfuckers coach. These motherfuckers can blatantly duck, my brother, dog. And they can blatantly duck. Anthony Joshua blatantly ducked. He blatantly ducked Deontay Wilder, bro. 2020, 2018, 2025. He blatantly ducked and said he wanted to fight Wilder when he can beat him.
Position to win. He said, I'll fight Wilder when I'm in best position to win, which means I'm gonna translate it. When Wilder gets Wilder's old, he's slowing down, you know what I'm saying? He's not a threat to me anymore. I'll fight him. Because you know why? Because y'all gonna give him credit anyway. Because you ain't gonna pay attention to the fact that Wilder didn't slow down. Y'all gonna look at he beat Wilder. You see, I told you he wanted to fight Wilder. Not letting that he let like 5 years go when Wilder 5 years past his best. Like that's the term y'all use. Like we say past the prime, but y'all say 5 years past his best. You know what I mean? Y'all know that shit, but y'all won't give a fuck. Y'all just be happy that he beat Wilder at an old ass Wilder. It won't matter because y'all just say he credible. No, he beat Wilder. Y'all said he wasn't gonna beat Wilder.
Same thing they did with Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe, I like Joe Calzaghe, but he waited show till a lot of them motherfuckers got old and got the fuck out the game. You know, fought Roy. You know, everybody wanted Roy. He fought Bernard. Bernard still was an old ass motherfucker regardless, but we know what it is. He fought all them guys.
Him in their 20s. He didn't want to fight them dudes in their 20s. You know what I mean? We all know Roy would have beat the brakes off Joe Calzaghe, man, especially in the front.
James Toney called Eubanks and fucking Nigel being some hoes to their face, and ain't none of them talk shit until it was time to get off the airway. It's the history. It's the history of the UK, bro. It's the history. Amir Khan got knocked out in the UK, came to America, found a trainer. Got knocked out again. Lennox Lewis got knocked out in America. Then he get knocked out in Africa. He found Emmanuel Stewart somewhere behind there. He came to America and he revitalized his career. Klitschko got knocked out. He came to America, got Emmanuel Stewart. Ricky Hatton came over, got knocked out. Kell Brook came over, got his ass whooped first. Here, nobody said Carson Jones whooped Kell Brook ass. He ain't shit. Whipped his ass to Oklahoma.
Hell. Man, this the same Kell Brook that fought Ernie Smith 3 times. You know, Ernie Smith got 100 losses, man. He had a fucking trilogy and went the distance where Ernie Smith has, man. Come on.
I was looking at that shit. I'm like, man, if a lot of them UK dudes pad they stats with stats with niggas that's 300, 400, 500. At least with the Mexicans, when they do it, the Mexicans come over here. And a lot of the Mexicans that fight guys like that, they be 16, they be 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Kell Brook, an old ass man.
They over there and hone their skills, and then when they're ready to come over here, they actually come here and stay and fight over here. They don't keep going back to Mexico. They stay over here and they fight in America the whole fucking time after they've honed their skills. Unlike the UK cats who won't come over here, be like, no, we should be able to fight in the UK. And the matter of fact, I had this dude today that I had to check. He started moving the goalposts once I started challenging his ass. You know what I mean? I was in a live stream earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy BWTM Sports. You know what I'm saying? But there was doing the live stream talking about you know, the UK then took over boxing. I said, based on what? I said, who got more world champions? I said, we got a history of whooping y'all ass. First I said, well, y'all got a history of whooping y'all ass. Then he said, well, you know, we said, well, you know, that was the past. I said, who got more champions? Well, I was talking about heavyweight boxing. I said, okay. Then another cat in the chat room, I forgot who it was, said, he said, who does the UK really have? I mean, I said, out of AJ, Luis Ortiz and Wilder, who's left? The heavyweight division ain't shit. And you got some prospects, that's about it. But I said, man, what you guys really taking over? No response. No response. Because that's
they ain't taking over shit. Man. Even in divisions they got on lock like cruiserweight. They showed they want to let Andrew Tabiti in that tournament, did they? Say what you want to say. People say, oh, Tabiti a bum. And how did Irish Mike Perez get in the tournament in the Super World Boxing Super Series tournament? He was a bum at heavyweight. What you think he gonna be at cruiserweight, bro? A bum.
Like you said, man, they don't be wanting Americans coming in and upsetting the apple cart.
And they wanted Andre Ward rebuff. They let Robert Brand in out of all 168 pounders. A motherfucker who was a local Minnesota fighter who had relocated to Dallas with Derrick James. Right. 160 pounder. They let him in the tournament.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. He's a middleweight man.
He let him in the tournament, and then he had to fight a 175 pounder in the first round. Callum Smith ain't pick him. Right. Eubanks ain't pick him. He got matched with old boy. Ain't nobody pick him though. Nobody picked him. You know, they talking about, oh, well, you know, it's a shame that the World Boxing Series tournament ain't on Showtime. Why the fuck would Al Haym and Steven Espinoza put a tournament on and ain't none of their fighters in it?
Right.
Why? Why would they put? Why would they? Go ahead.
No, but you already looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. I already know. Because I said, I hear people complaining already because some of motherfuckers getting mad because they think Regis Poirier going to win this whole goddamn thing. And I said,
they're going to discredit it. And they're going to discredit the tournament. They're going to discredit it. Watch what. Oh, you know what? Jose Ramirez and Alex Adoso got 2 belts. No,
Jose Ramirez doesn't even want to fight. Jose Ramirez calling out Alex Asado, right? You know what? After he just said that, you know, Alex Asado can't fight me right now, you know, because he just got in the war and his face got all busted up and stuff. So he's not really eligible. He has to be honest. But then the next day he called him out talking about he want to fight him next. Motherfucker, why don't you fight Regis Poirier? He said, well, Regis Poirier got to fight. Regis Poirier said, I will drop that fight and I will fight you. He said, well, I don't know if you can make weight. He said, I can make weight. They said, how about let's fight? He said, you know, you got to be honest. You win, you know. I said, man, you don't want to fight, dude. You don't want to fight. If I was your face, you look scared when they kept when it was time to bring up Poirier.
I respect him if I say no question, no pass on question, whatever. But shout out to Quincy Pinola for the super chat. Shout out to everybody that donate. PayPal link as well in the description. Shout out to the super chat as well. But yeah, man, I mean, he's sitting there lying though, man. You could tell by his whole body demeanor. He lying. His voice is shaking.
Hey, he looks scary, don't he? Am I good? Because I saw you laughing. I was like, man, this motherfucker look hella scary. He look, now you really seen him talk about it before, but you looked at it. I know you picked it up too. Said, did he look hella scary when he was talking? Like he could tell.
Scary. I just looked at him. He didn't even look like somebody with confidence. Like, man, let's keep it real, man. Probably more of us. We from the hood, dog. So you know how to read niggas' body language, nigga. Even if you were square in the hood, you know how to read a dude's body language. What up, World Breaker Fighting? You know how to read somebody body language. So you know when you about to fight somebody in the hood, even before you learn any combat training or whatever, you knew the motherfuckers that was the real deal, or you knew when they was on some bitch ass shit. Jose Ramirez is a bitch, dog, and I say that
every he a bigger bitch than I thought, bro. He a bigger. I mean, I said this nigga hella scary because I saw you coming. I said, man, this motherfucker sure don't look confident, bro. And
I didn't even finish watching that shit. I fast forward to when he started talking about the shit, and I listened to it for a couple. I said he's a bitch, dog. Real shit. I don't care, man. He's a bitch, man. I know when niggas is bitches, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know by niggas' demeanor when they hoes and they bitches or whatever they may be. You just know in your soul, dog. When you get older and you a mass meeting so many motherfuckers, when you done fought motherfuckers every day in middle school, nigga, I transferred schools from a private school institution, dog. I transferred from a private insta-fucking-tution where my parents paid out of pocket to a fucking public school out of my fucking city, nigga. I fought every fucking day, nigga. Every fucking day I fought, nigga. So I know niggas who about that shit, dog. And I ain't gonna lie to say I want every fight, but you know, once you fight so many people or you have so many run-ins with certain people, you just know when niggas is real and not real, dog. What up, World Breaker Fighter, man? We just chopping shit up, bro. I'm pretty sure you've been listening. What's good?
No, Josh Taylor would run his ass over, man, too. And so, but we know Regis Parker will walk right through his shit. So he don't want no smoke, man. Go ahead,
man, nigga. If Hooker beat him or beat Sadasso, whatever, Sadasso beat Hooker, I will have the motherfucking shirt on versus Jose Ramirez if they unify, if he got balls enough, dog. What's going on?
Alex Acedo won it. Alex Acedo want that motherfucker. I believe he don't look scared, man. Alex Acedo don't look scared at all, bro. I think he would fight Poirier. I think Bob Arum might try to prevent it, though.
Yeah, what's up, World Breaker? What's going on, family?
Always somebody that's gonna prevent
it. Something I just seen. I've been seeing a lot of BS.
Go ahead, speak on it, man. I look at it, but man, my.
Go ahead.
No, I just said my focus on the video, but go ahead and speak on it.
Yeah, the thing is, I see a lot of people that are casuals, and the way that I view casual fans are people who are ignorant of what's going on totally in boxing. The bottom line is, if you want to be educated, if you want to be initiated in boxing, us who are more seasoned in the knowledge of boxing, got to be a little. We gotta kind of endure some of this ignorance that we see. I want to address Womack Dark. He says it's amazing that when Anthony Joshua has 3 belts with only 21 fights, a great achievement for someone who constantly gets KO'd. So he must be referring to how it said that he stated that he gets KO'd in sparring a lot. Okay, but I asked you this question, Womack Dark. Have you seen the guy? Have you actually seen all of his fights? Have you seen what he looked like at 14-0 against a 16-0 Dillian White? He didn't look great. Dillian White didn't look great at 14-0. The guy's only 21-0. Do you know the circumstances in which he won his belt? He didn't beat a champion. It was a toss-up. It was a fight for vacated titles. Once you understand the situation that Anthony Joshua has come into, you understand that he's a paper champion. You understand that everything about him is marketed, and it's for the local UK fanship. People outside the UK barely know Anthony Joshua, except UK related countries, former colonies. In the US, Anthony Joshua is Anthony Johnson. That's what he was introduced on a national basketball publication. Okay, you have to understand the perception of Anthony Joshua. He's not very well known outside of the UK, and for good reason. He has several susceptibilities. He's very rudimentary in his boxing. He's basic. What he's gotten away with is his size over many guys, and so that's why there's been an avoidance of fighting this guy against people such as Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, people who have, well, in Luis Ortiz's case, who has extreme boxing skill for a heavyweight, and Deontay Wilder, who's freakishly athletic and powerful. You have to understand that your boy is a manufactured individual, and Eddie Hearn's trying to protect his only commodity. Frank Warren is the biggest promoter in the UK. Look at his stable. Then look at Eddie Hearn's stable. They have websites. You can research this stuff. Frank Warren definitely has a far, vast, deeper stable of fighters. He has Tyson Fury, the actual lineal champ. You know, what does Eddie Hearn have? Name 3 fighters that Eddie Hearn has aside from Anthony Joshua. Stop looking at people's records. Start viewing the fights. That's what I challenge you to do.
That's worth the damn talking about it. Josh Kelly. He's the only other one.
Listen, it ain't even that. Vladimir Klitschko was 2 years retired. He wasn't a champion when he fought Anthony Joshua. He was 41 years old. So you're telling me that that Deontay Wilder goes out and fights an old Luis Ortiz who's listed at 38, but Anthony Joshua doesn't get a deduction for fighting a 41-year-old?
And then he goes and say the dark guy says AJ was a silver and Olympic gold medal. What do that mean? Zeus Shimon was a 2-time gold medal winner. What is he as a pro?
Most Olympians never go pro, or they have shitty pro careers. Do your research. That's what people don't get. Listen, I'll be 40 next year. I've seen boxing my whole life. I talked to my 66. My dad will be 66 here in a few months. This is what I lived, breathed, and grew up on. Was boxing. Boxing's my base. And I got other skills, but boxing's my base. It's my first love when it comes to combat. And at the end of the day, you don't know combat until you know the history of combat. You don't know boxing until you know the idiosyncrasies involved in boxing. And so when I look at Anthony Joshua, I look at a prospect level fighter who happens to have some good size over a lot of people, but he doesn't have serious skill. He doesn't have great ability to me. He's very basic. He's very large. And what you're about to see is he has no choice. He's being cornered into fighting people who have skill. If they make the Povetkin fight, the Povetkin fight will not happen because it will end up in Russia. Okay? Rubinsky will not let that fight occur in the UK.
And he's talking about he hanging around. Why would he be hanging? I just want to ask, why would he be hanging around waiting on a Wilder signature before they announced the Povetkin fight?
Because
obviously,
they have their mission statement is all fucked up. Basically, the company line, Eddie Hearn is saying one thing, Anthony Joshua is deviating from the script. That's what happened with the $50 million he asked for. He deviated from the script, and that's what people are not understanding. There's tension in the room. There's dissension in the room.
Hey, World Breaker. It says so. You want to announce a fight in April. So the fight's supposed to take place in April of next year, possibly. When you know that fight ain't happening next. The next fight we're probably gonna be Dillian White unless Parker find a way to knock him out.
But that
fight's gonna be Dillian White versus Anthony Joshua in Wembley Stadium. That's the next fucking fight.
But this
if AJ don't end up in Russia.
This is the thing. Last week, almost 2 weeks ago, there was an announcement by the WBA to make the Povetkin fight, or they essentially threatened AJ supposedly. Why hasn't that fight been made for September? Why do we have two Wembley fight dates? Why do we
Wednesday will be 2 weeks?
Yeah,
go ahead, break
Wembley fight dates with no fights. And all of a sudden we were supposed to make a fight. Why did you get? No one is attacking the fact that this dude squeaked out of a fight with Wilder. No one is addressing that they pulled up their stakes on Wilder extremely quick after that announcement. The same day, in fact. People in the media, the bought, paid for, manipulating media will not cover the facts. And so now we're stuck with doing their job. And so when we do their job collectively, we're viewed as the enemy to the collective casual world. When we're trying to educate the casual to become a little bit more like us, a little bit more educated about what's going on.
But people love being ignorant. They love being ignorant. And when they wrong, they want to resort to name calling, or you a fanboy, how am I a fanboy? I'm educating you.
Hey, my great uncle told me this one day, you put enough dick on a woman, you can make her get in the street. And that's what happens.
Exactly. Preach. And that's a shame though, that we got to do their job. And I'm a guy that didn't really used to watch MMA like that. I watched the first DC and John Jones. That was like the first UFC event. I had watched Bellator. But now I'm finding myself looking forward to it.
Yeah, because you're getting the fights that you want to see, man.
Exactly. I'm getting the fights. Go ahead.
One thing about that, man.
Sorry, Coach. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, man. What's up, World Breaker, man? I'm just sitting here taking this in with y'all, man. See, one thing, man, I'm learning about, the UFC, MMA, just MMA as a sport. It don't matter what organization. They don't make you wait, man. Like, when somebody calls somebody out, and if Dana White, if they think that, hey, this fight can make money. See, it's two things, man. They understand, man, that to keep the fans glued to the pay-per-views, they may get one of their stars taking ass whooping, but see, they would have already gotten the pay-per-view dollars out of that because they know that you're gonna get a competitive card, man. Even on the free cards, man, the fight nights, man, them damn cards, they competitive as hell, man. And you keep people attention, man. Like they rarely have fights where you're getting somebody blow it out, man. Like you get competitive matchups, man. You get people going at each other. And this is what boxing, like I got a video coming out, man, where you can look at the average MMA fighter, how many times they fight a year, and the average top level boxer in this era, how many times they fight a year. I mean, it's staggering. And it's not just PBC fighters. And see, I have to keep correcting, people. And I don't want to, dude, you name calling me. No, man. Just stop saying stupid shit. Because I can go down there and go down the list, okay? I mean, how many times a year did Triple G fight? I mean, recently, how many times do he fight a year? How many times do Canelo fight a year?
Canelo only fight a year. Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo. That's it.
Coach, I always ask people how many A-list name fighters has Triple G ever fought? Can you name 5? Nobody can ever answer that question.
Man, you can name Triple G. Triple G used to be active. Triple G used to be very active, man. He used to be very active, but he's not active anymore. But and I made the comparison to show this, man, that boxing, they keep saying that, well, we gotta we gotta let a lot of these fights marinate so we can get the best out of the dollar values. But the UFC, they go ahead and put the best against the best, and they not hurting. They bringing more fighters into the organization. I mean, what does that tell you? If they're bringing in more fighters, every month to the organization, what does that tell you, man?
Tells you
that they got an intention of making the best fight the best. I mean, we just saw DC, man, knock out Steve Miocic. Mm-hmm. That was a hell of a fight. That was a fight. We watched DC become a 2-division champion in the UFC, man. We watched that. That fight was epic, man.
He took a chance. He took a chance. How many people in boxing this year have took a chance? It's only 2 major fighters that I could think of that took a chance this year. That's Wilder and Ortiz and Lomachenko Linares. Those are the 2 only off the top of my brain, 2 prize fighters that took a chance this year.
Right.
Wilder didn't have to fight Ortiz, and Lomachenko didn't have to fight Linares, and Linares didn't have to fight Lomachenko.
You know what though? What's sad about this? Wilder fought Ortiz.
Oh, hold on, Callie. And Jared Hurd, my bad. Jared Hurd as well, and Erislandy Laura. Go ahead, Callie.
Yeah, Wilder took a chance fighting Ortiz. Well, he wanted to prove something, but he was also hoping that it was set up the AJ fight. But I told people after he knocked out Ortiz that he scared AJ even more. He pushed that fight further away, and I was right. You know what I'm saying? People saying, well, he ain't fighting Wilder in 2019. He using Wilder's name to keep himself relevant in Americans' minds. So people don't. I'm telling y'all gonna learn this, because AJ fans always like to bring up, or to say fanboys. I always like to say that Wilder uses AJ's name to keep himself relevant. No, he's already relevant in the place that matters, America, man. Now, AJ needs to make himself relevant in America because he wants to make money here one day after he hopes that Deontay Wilder get old and he can come over here and fight when he don't feel like there's no more threats in the heavyweight division. Because that's what AJ is an opportunist. AJ is an opportunist. He does not want to fight anybody who has a legitimate chance to challenge him. He's a bitch. I just got to call him what he is. He's a goddamn coward.
Exactly. Hold on. Fernando Valenzuela Lala. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I don't view Mikey taking the risk versus Robbie Easter Jr. Dog. I don't view that taking the risk.
Nah, he should be. He should wipe the floor with him, man.
I'm not trying to put down Robbie Easter Jr. But as soon as he seen Fortuna put it on Easter Jr., he got brave because he was supposed to fight Easter after Broner, and that would have capitalized, and he would have made more money because it would have had more fanfare. But he picked on Sergey Lipinets conveniently though, and almost got his clock cleaned a little bit in that fight.
Hey man, I got to keep it. Because everybody on here know that I'm a Mikey Garcia fan, but Mikey Garcia cherry picks.
Yep,
man, he does. Fuck Mikey Garcia. I ain't forgot about them donkey comments with that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot of shit that come out that. It's a lot of shit that come out that camp. A lot of racist shit that Ellie Setback say.
Yep.
A lot of racist shit, and that's who you moving with. And shout out to Dante Boxing Nation for running up on Mikey about that shit.
You know what? You know what? Ellis Setback going downhill, man. He going downhill because this dude put out like 1,000 videos, man. And it's like, okay, this dude got almost 300,000 subs, but shit, man, he barely getting 1,000 views on some videos, man. I be like, God, dog. But
I'll
people,
say this.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this for guys like World Breaker Boxing and guys like Callie and the Beverly Rose sisters and Cat Ashley. You want to build your audience, man, right on YouTube, man. You want to build it right because a lot of these dudes ain't got no real audience. A lot of these dudes pay for their subscriptions.
Yep.
Don't let them fool you, man. Don't let them look at you like that. Build your audience right because I got 5,000 subscribers, off the strength of me. You know what I'm saying? And my views is better than a lot of other channels that got way more than I do. Just pay attention to it. Sometimes compare your views to other channels as you move up. And you will see what I'm talking about, dog. Build your base right, dog. If you build the base, if you build the foundation strong, the house or the building will be as strong as the foundation is, man. And that's real, man.
That's how you keep your rate. Your retention rate from legitimate subscribers, man. So if you're not buying them, you know what I'm saying. If you building your base, your content, that's how you keep your retention rate high, man. You got to keep putting out the content.
I never buy sub. I never do that. You don't got to. I ain't got a butt lick. I ain't got a boot kiss, buck dance, and I ain't got to do none of that, man. You ain't got to do all that. But see, that's what they do, man.
Well, I don't believe in that.
They do a lot of clickbait titles, and they put that shit up there. And man, it's irritating. I used to watch like Fight Hype. I stopped watching that, man, because damn, man, you got a 15-minute interview and you break it up into 3-minute segments. Like, what the fuck? No, man, come on. Nah, man. That's
bad news.
That's not even doable, man. So, I said, man, forget them, man. And they don't ask no questions.
And then they fucking vultures. They vultures, dog. They took my whole video and turned it into an article.
Oh, man. See that, man?
They built their whole channel off of Floyd Mayweather.
Well, Floyd what you start doing, you start calling those people out. That's what you do. They have to credit you, or it's plagiarism. Period.
Let's call them out. Ellis Setback is a hoe. Let's call them out.
All you have to do is claim a plagiarism. They have to retract, or they have to accredit you. That's journalism. Is journalism, and so whether it's on video, whether it's on paper or print, you still have to credit your sources. And so if they're turning your video into something and claiming that it's theirs. Oh, there's print liable for that. You can sue a motherfucker. That's real talk. And so, I'm not new to YouTube. I've been on YouTube 12, 13 years, but I was doing it in other industries. I own nightclubs. I know how to bring people to the water trough, and I wanted to learn YouTube on this side, doing something that I love to do. And so I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it easy because I want to do it right. I've done it right every other way. So why change what you're doing? I like helping people like Beverly Rose. Beverly Rose is taking off like a rocket ship. It's a beautiful thing to see. She's doing guest spots on other people's channels that are pushing her even more vertical. CJ, I've learned a lot from you in a short time. Callie, I've been with Callie since nearly the beginning of this turn. Coach, I've seen what you do from afar. I pay attention to everything because if you're not a student, you're not gonna be a teacher. And that's just that's what it is at the end of the day. Learning is extremely fundamental and beneficial in my life, And I never take prior experience for current experience. It's all new.
Yeah, man. I watch how people take off, man. And part of it too is understanding where you belong, man. Like some dudes, and it ain't no disrespect, man. Just some dudes shouldn't make videos,
Right.
Like some people, it's certain you got to have a certain just something, man, that'll make an audience just listen to you for even 3 minutes, man. Because the YouTube average, the YouTube average is 3 minutes and 12 seconds, man. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
The average video on YouTube is only 3 minutes. Like people gonna watch that shit. So. Okay. And then I said, okay, I want to go to my metrics and see, my average is, what, 5 minutes and 13 seconds. But, then I'm looking at, okay, the generation, somebody can sit there and listen to a video If they listen to 5 minutes of it, okay, I'm doing good. You know, I'd rather get it up to 10 minutes, man. So think of ways, but you know, to get somebody to listen to you for 3 minutes, man, it's tough. Because motherfucker, as soon as they hear something they don't like, they click off of it anyway. You know, they ain't talking about it no more. But you know, some people, man, you just don't have it to make videos, man. And
I've
you know,
been in sales my entire life. I've been in sales since I was 14 years old. So
yeah.
I always had 2 minutes to convince somebody to listen to me another 2 or 3 minutes. And then I turn it into an hour or two. And even with that knowledge on how to build rapport with others, I'm still having to learn how to convert that into a YouTube channel. But you have to go in open-minded and not all-knowing. A lot of people go in all-knowing. A lot of people aren't paying attention to what they're doing. You have a point, but if you don't know how to package that point correctly, you can't convey that to someone who is who's resistant to it. You know, I spent my life converting resistant people to doing what I needed them to do. And so, and I did that by listening to them first. You know, the greatest thing you can do selling somebody on a point is listening and actually comprehending what they're saying so that you can, in effect, use that against them. You know, that's just the truth.
And people can tell, man, if you don't know about something, man, people can understand if you don't know. But if you act like you know and you don't know shit, see, the average boxing person, even people who in your comment section, man, shit, man, they done already looked up the information before you talked about it.
True.
So you get a reputation of, man, of just spitting out stuff that, you know, is not even halfway true. Well, man, ain't nobody gonna listen to your ass. They're gonna sit back and they're gonna be like, fuck this dude. I ain't listening to his punk ass.
Exactly, but it's some people dumb enough just because they agree with one thing or agree with some of the dumb shit they say that can retain the audience. Even the fanboy channel can retain the audience. You got a lot of channels that's making videos about the LDBC and all of us and piggybacking us and riding the wave of outcasts. But
And boy,
those
they get
same
views, don't they?
Yup.
Them niggas be getting them views too.
And the outcasts are all motherfuckers that watch our videos and just come to hate and cause irritation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
You know
what I'm saying?
You know, these days information is everything. People can get information at a point and a click. They may not even read all the information at hand. They just may have a line or two of it. It's up to you. If you have a channel, if you're reporting news, or if you're giving an opinion, to be educated on it in the first place. You know, that's why I try to stay away from actual facts. I'm a knowledgeable individual, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I just am. If you know my background, or if you know me personally, you know that. But going on a YouTube channel, I don't know everything. I'm the first to admit, if I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. I'm going to tell you I don't know the answer to that question. Let me find out. And when I get on my next stream, I'll have an answer for you. Just remind me, because I'm not a hoe. At the end of the day, I don't need the front at all. I'm a grown ass man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right. And it doesn't make me any different than you who are listening to me. I'm listening to y'all. You know, so that's how you have to approach it. You have to approach it in a humble way.
And not only just that, when you make predictions or you are wrong on stuff and getting mad at people and act like you weren't wrong or trying to rationalize why you was wrong, you know, having enough pride to admit to who was wrong on this YouTube shit. And I see a lot of motherfuckers making every fucking excuse out the book. Well, Ward hit Kovalev low, or this guy did this. Just admit that you was wrong.
Shit, one of the first things I did, bro, was admit that I was wrong about Daniel Cormier Saturday. I picked Stipe against Cormier because of the age difference and the physical stature. And I honestly forgot how beast Daniel Cormier ass can be. And I saw that Saturday.
Yeah, I told a lot of people, I said, hey, man, I think DC going to win, man. Man, fuck you, man. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, yo, man, I mean, DC an Olympic wrestler, man. The dude, he know how to scrap.
He didn't do not one bit of fucking wrestling.
I picked that motherfucker wrong. I thought when Stipe beat that big ass African France guy, I thought,
yeah, France.
That motherfucker. That motherfucker they was hyping his ass up. He got into a real fight. I figured because he was green. I was like, this Ohio motherfucker might whoop him, and all that muscle ain't do shit but tire his ass out. Only thing he finished it, he finished the finish line. That's it. He made it to the finish line.
But you know what I didn't appreciate about that whole thing with Ngannou? was in the press conference how Dana White publicly exposed this guy. And this is the problem I have with Dana White and mixed martial arts. If you know anything about MMA, you know that Dana White is not the brains of the operation. He's the guy that goes and does the chores. The Fertitta brothers are the people who concocted the UFC as it is today. The Fertitta brothers are the ones that came up with the major ideas, and Dana White is the errand boy who facilitated that. And so what you've seen with the sale of the UFC to this Chinese business also coincides with the decline of the UFC in many ways, because the house of ideas is gone from the equation. And so you have Dana White unchecked right now. Dana White just publicly destroyed Ngannou's career in my eyes. I mean, talking about how he's let things go to his head. He character assassinated the dude at a press conference. And that type of shit has to stop if you want to evolve the sport. You know?
Well, he's just a showman. That's what Dana White is. That's what it sounds. He's just a showman. He got the fancy words and shit like that. He a showman, dog.
Hello? Well, you know, that's what Tycoon Willie, you know, when I was rolling with Tyron Willie, that's what he was saying too, you know. And you know, it's certain people that stand up to him, man. Because, you know, it's like in Ngannou, man, they do boys. You know, people like Amanda Nunes, they just do whatever they told, and they don't want to go in and try to, you know, really address the problem, you know. And the damn problem is, you know, he be throwing them under the bus, man. He be throwing them under the bus. And if you're a hype job of his, if you're a real live, you know, unequivocal, if you're a hype job of Dana White, and if you don't do what he wants you to do, hey, man, he is going to throw you under the bus. He going to put you up under there so fast, and he ain't going to give a damn, man. And he going to make it seem like it's your fault, man. See, Ngannou, man, people don't talk about Ngannou, Francis Ngannou. He cracked Stipe a couple times, man. You know all he had to do, man, his right hand is a game changer. He hit you, you know you're going to fall, man. That's it, man. So if he'd have knocked out Stipe Miocic, you know, Dana White would still be singing his praises now. Dude just got his ass whooped by Stipe. He got beat by another high-level fighter, man. You know? And then you step in there again with Derek Lewis, another high-level fighter. Okay? Like in the back of his mind, he thinking, shit, man, if I get too close to this big dude, I might get laid out again like Stipe laid me out, you know? That's just the reality, man. That's the reality. You know, the guy not confident. And then you went in there and just threw more rocks on the dude, man. But, you know, he pick and choose, man. Because, you know, he got that dude that look like Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Sage Norcut. Now, this dude lost the damn fight, got his ass whooped, right? Dana White talking about, yeah, well, you know, the kid was sick, man. The kid was sick. Come on, man. He got knocked down and got his ass whooped. That's what happened. But, you know, we'll make excuses for the people that fit the 19 and 35-year-old demographic, the white males. We'll make excuses for them, but, you know.
You got the complexion for the selection.
It's the same old thing, man. It's the same thing.
You know, we'll make excuses for the people that... All right, hey, yo, I got to wrap it up. Tell them where they can find you at, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on. Coach, tell them where they can find you at, family.
Man, just go to CSA Combat Sports, man. Easy work.
Appreciate it. Cali, tell them where they can find you at, man.
You can find me at the Cali Enigma Boxing and Sports Network, the Cali Enigma 2, the Cali Enigma on Instagram, man, Twitter. I'm active on all.
And tell them where they can find your college channel at, fam.
You can find us on S1210. Me, CJ Goodfellow from Box Clinic and More, Colossal Sports TV. And you can find us on S1210, College Sports Most Wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? S1210, College Sports Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? We putting up content on there, and it's really going to get active in like the next month. You all right? It's going to get real active next month.
Yeah, the link is actually the first link in the description. Go ahead, World Breaker Fighter. Tell them they can find you up and tell them about your Tuesday night chat as well, family.
You know what I'm saying? We putting up content on there, and it's really going to get active in like the next month. You all right? It's going to get real active next month.
The link is actually the first link in the description. Go ahead, World Breaker Fighter. Tell them they can find you up and tell them about your Tuesday night chat as well, family.
I'm trying to see if my mic is still on.
Yeah, you good. Go ahead. Oh, all right, he off. All right, y'all, we gone. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
My shit's out.
We done. You good, fam?